Hi guys, here's the latest from the eruption in Iceland. The fissure has expanded rapidly. It's about 4 kilometers long right now, and it's more expanding to the north, which is great for Grindavik. But I want to show you a map, and on that new map that RUV has just made, you see where the eruption fissure is. And if you look where Svartsengi and the Blue Lagoon is located, that is a problem. So the lava flow, if you look at the old flow pattern, they're also on this map, you can see, well, probably it's going a little bit along the eastern defense walls of Grindavik, where it has breached the defense walls before. But if we see this eruption fissure and the old flow patterns, it could flow directly towards Svartsengi again. And it's about as powerful, that's what they're saying, like the December eruption. It's now, we have to wait and see how long this will last. If it only lasts a few days, well, maybe we are lucky. But if it lasts longer, like the last eruption, that could be bad for Svartsengi, because it could send a lot of lava into that direction. So if you look at that map, you can see where there is a potential lava flow. So it will reach Grindavik, that's the road there on that map. You see the access map for Svartsengi and the Blue Lagoon very, very quickly. And guys, we need to talk about something else. The earthquakes are still coming, and they're coming in high magnitudes. We just had a 4.1 magnitude earthquake that was felt in Reykjavik. People in Reykjavik have said it felt like a car is hitting their home. This is how it was felt as far away as Reykjavik. And they keep coming. You see the list here. So this is the last time that we had this, that there was such a powerful earthquake an hour after the eruption began. That was in December. So does that tell us something? We will have to wait and see. But if you look at the earthquake map, there's a lot of earthquakes going on, also in areas that are not directly along that magma tunnel and along the eruption site. More, if you see, there's the red dots. These are the most recent one within the last 4 hours. There's one near Keflavik, right? So what is going on? We will have to wait and see, but I have other new information. Let's talk about how rapid this fissure is expanding. And this eruption, it's a nighttime eruption again. As always, it seems to like to make these beautiful pictures. So what we know is it's about 4 kilometers long, and it is expanding, or it has expanded 1.5 kilometers in only 40 minutes. And the lava flow appears to travel about 1 kilometer every 10 minutes. That is fast. So 6 kilometers per hour. So it's probably reaching Grindavik as we speak. And it seems this is like really faster than the last one, because the last one, it took a few hours to do like 4.5 kilometers, as far as I remember, to reach Grindavik. And we've seen on the map how this is located and how this could flow towards Svartsengi. But what we have to take in consideration is that there is this old lava flow, and that's of course changing the scenery and changing the landscape, and could change future flow patterns. So really, the night is still young. We have to wait and see how this lava flows and where it finds a way to reach the Svartsengi area. And let's talk about this earthquake again. I mean, 4.1, and it was measured 3 kilometers northeast of Stora Skogfell. So 3 kilometers northeast of basically the eruption area that we have here. What they're saying so far, they don't know if that is related to the eruption or not. Regarding the Keflavik airport, so far the eruption does not affect the flights. It seems that all the plumes and the smoke is blown out into the sea, so that's a good thing. The main eruption is near Skogfell, so we have one scientist flying over there with the Coast Guard helicopter right now. His name is Magnus Tommy Gudmundsson. We've heard from him in the past, so he seems to have sent to the Icelandic newspaper television station RUV just a quick update, a quick picture with a message. And he says the main eruption is to the north side near Skogfell, and there is currently no lava flow towards Grindavik, but that is great. The lava is flowing to the east and to the west. The west, that's the problem. That's the lava that could flow towards the Svartsengi Power Plant and the Blue Lagoon. So at the moment, he thinks, others say different. He thinks the eruption is not bigger than the May eruption. Well, the May eruption was bad enough because it did last as long. What they're also saying, the eruption is definitely, the fissure is as long as the one in December, and it extends very far north towards the area where we had the fissure opening in December last year. There is a lot of seismic activity still also at the northern end of that fissure. And good thing is, and they're repeating this, no lava flow towards Grindavik as of yet. And since December, no bigger earthquake than what we've just seen, this 4.1 in the capital area. And people are saying, people who watched it, what happens, they said they watched the earth opening like a zipper. What they're also saying, they don't remember that the jets were as high as they are now in the last eruptions. Something that Magnus Tumi Gudmundsson said after his flight, and he's a professor of geophysics, he said his flight went very well. And he says, unfortunately, we've become quite used to this, doing these surveillance flight from eruption. And he says, this is the longest eruption that we've had so far, about 4 kilometers and expanding. And he says, what is different from other eruptions, that there is little going on in the southern part of the great crater, which is great for Grindavik. So he says, if this continues as expected, there is no lava flowing near Grindavik or anything that would go in that direction. And he says, I think we have to consider this good news. But he says, yeah, but the night is ongoing and we must continue to monitor this, because right now we're still in the first hour, and this is only a trend that he can give us, but in general it's a more favorable position than the eruption that we have seen last time, so that's good news. And then guys, I want to show you something. Imagine that you're on a plane, just on a regular flight to Iceland, to the Keflavik airport, and then this eruption opens and you see this from the plane, and this is what has happened to tourists. And I mean, as amazing as it looks, on the other hand, I would be a little bit concerned if my plane would fly over a volcanic eruption because of particles and ashes. I mean, since all of us, we've been following the volcano for a month now, we know that they're not explosive, they're not spewing out a lot of particles. Like, for example, Etna, you know, if you fly right over this can hurt your plane engines, right? So, but it's all okay, it was safe, and the approach to the Keflavik airport was considered a great spectacle. And there was a reporter on board. Her name is Ingunn Lara Kristjansdottir, and she was coming from London, and she took a video on the plane, and she showed the reaction of the foreign passengers, probably a lot of tourists, and they're saying their reaction was genuine, and most of them were witnessing an eruption for the first time in their lives, and especially coming from the air. So that was very, very interesting. And guys, before I show you the pictures of the volcano again, I want to show you my spectators here that are sitting here watching me do my videos. And now I'll turn the camera around. And back here I am. So I want to tell you about something else. Magnus Tumi Gudmundsson has been asked by a reporter, well, since now the fissure has extended further north than the previous eruptions, could that mean that infrastructure further north would be at risk from potential lava flows? And he basically said, well, then the eruption would have to behave completely different than the last ones, because usually in the first few hours the lava flow is the strongest, and then it dies down a little bit, and then usually most of the lava is basically around the craters. So he says before it flows towards like Keflavik Road or something like this, it's too early, and he doesn't think that this would happen. But vedur.is has said a problem is that the lava could flow towards the hot water pipes of the Svartsengi Power Plant, and if those pipes were breached or destroyed by lava, then all of Sudurns would not have hot water or heat. I mean, it's not too problematic this time because it's not winter yet. It's not super cold. It's an inconvenience for sure, but he also says they're prepared to fix and to repair as soon as they can. They have done measurements to protect these pipes, so it's not a sure thing that a problem will arise. So that is my latest update, guys. We have to wait a few hours to see what the eruption is doing, and then I'll send you another update. I hope you really liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe, guys, share it, like it, leave me a comment. And well, if you like to support this channel, there's a link in the description of this video to my Buy Me a Coffee website. You can sign up there as a follower for free. Then you get email notifications if an eruption is starting here, like I sent it out. I hope you got it today. And of course, if you want to support my channel with a coffee to keep me running and going, that's also greatly appreciated. And thanks so much, guys, for the supers you were sending me here on my channel. And hey, guys, come over and click the join button underneath or next to this video and join the membership channel. I will release a video probably tomorrow. Let's chat a little bit more about the volcano there in our private member section. So I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a few hours or in a few minutes, depending what the volcano does. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.